Nobody built anything around Obi. People choose him as leader because he offered them a pathway. Farotimi says, Dele Farotimi, a strong supporter of Peter Obi and Labour Party, just like Her Excellency, what is his name? Aisha Yusufu. Okay. So now, up to now, Farotimi is still defending Peter Obi. And that makes sense. It's all about being honest to yourself. It's all about facing the reality and saying the truth. The guy is whom he is. Farotimi keeps supporting Obi. Let's get into the details of what Farotimi is trying to pass on here. The lawyer and human rights activist Dele Farotimi challenges the notion of networked support for former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi. Okay. So in a recent social media discourse, lawyer and human rights activist Dele Farotimi sparked controversy by asserting that there existed no established network of support or influence around former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi. Farotimi's bold declaration came in response to a followers' inquiry, igniting a debate on the dynamics of political leadership and public perception. So Farotimi, known for his outspoken views and advocacy for justice, took to his official Twitter handle to share his perspective. He emphasized that the ascension of Peter Obi to leadership in Anambra State was not facilitated by any structured support system or infrastructure. So according to Farotimi, Obi's appeal stemmed from his ability to offer the electorate a genuine path to change rather than any orchestrated campaign or network. Nobody built anything around Obi. The people choose him as their leader because he offered them a path to genuine change. But who more? Me, please. Okay? Who should the people have gravitated towards instead of Obi? That's the question. The lawyer's post read, nobody built anything around Obi. The people choose him as their leader because he offered them a path to genuine change. But who more me, please? Who should the people have gravitated towards instead of Obi? This statement encapsulates Farotimi's stance on the matter, challenging conventional wisdom regarding political influence and power dynamics. So Farotimi's assertion has reignited discussions on the nature of political leadership and the factors that drive public support, while some argue that political figures often rely on networks of influence to secure and maintain power. Farotimi's perspective suggests that genuine leadership qualities and a commitment to change can resonate more deeply with the electorate. Peter Obi, a prominent figure in Nigerian politics, served as the governor of Anambra State from 2006 to 2014. During his tenure, he garnered both praise and criticisms for his administration's policies and initiatives. Farotimi's comment add a new dimension to the discourse surrounding Obi's leadership, prompting reflection on the nature of political support and the qualities that define effective leadership in Nigeria's complex socio-political landscape. So, as reactions pour in from various quarters, Farotimi's stance continues to provoke thought and debate, highlighting the importance of critical discourse in shaping public perception of political figures and their legacies. Whether his assertions will reshape the narrative surrounding Peter Obi leadership remains to be seen, but it undoubtedly adds a fresh perspective to the ongoing discourse on governance and accountability in Nigeria. So what Farotimi is trying to say is that Peter Obi did not grow up by a certain structured network of support. Okay, he grew up in his leadership cadre in Nigeria because he offered the electorate a pathway and people trusted him and he delivered. That is it. And that is why when the election was starting in 2023, between 2022 and 2023, people were saying that Peter Obi does not have structure, he cannot win. So people were wondering, what kind of structure are you talking about? The same corrupt structure that have brought in presidents that messed up the country over the years, is that the same structure you want Peter Obi to have? No. So from no structure, within the period of 8 months, Peter Obi covered the entire country and garnered a vote that they gave him a winning. Unfortunately, the only corrupt structure was the structure that had to rig using Mahmoud Yakubu, the next chairman, and that is the only structure that Peter Obi does not have, and Peter Obi does not wish to have such structure, a rigging structure. Okay. So at the end of the day, up till now, people are still talking about Peter Obi still needing to survive by network of political structure that will help him to become president. But Farotimi is coming out to counter that Peter Obi did not grow up with that kind of structure, and he grew up with a kind of structure, that he was honest to himself, and he provided people a pathway to genuine change, and people had to gravitate towards him. That is it. And that is the only structure. And that is why today, obedient remain faceless till tomorrow. Okay, who are the obedient? Who is their leader? Where is their headquarters? Where is their office? Who organized them? Who are the executives? Nothing like that. The obedient is just a phenomenon. It's a phenomenal name that is given to, how do I call it? A movement, because obedience is a movement. It's not a structure, it's not a party, it's not a group of persons, and there's no one responsible for obedience. There's no one that is championing obedience. Obedience is just a phenomenal name, a phenomenal tag for a movement for genuine change. That is what it is. So, and that is exactly what Farotimi is trying to emphasize here, that Peter Obi does not need that kind of network of structures or network of support. That what they are doing is everybody is selflessly supporting that movement, and that is what happened even through the election period, and it was threatening. Even APC and the PDP, everybody, all of them failed. If not that Tinubu, having seen the way the results were coming in and saw that he was obviously going to lose, decided to take the bull by the horn by calling Mahmoud Yakubu to declare him winner, whether the devil like it or not, whether anybody like it or not. That was what they did. And then they turned it to a case, still go to court. If you're not satisfied, go to court. But if they had allowed all the votes to come in as they were done, I tell you, Peter Obi actually won that election. That is the truth. Even though they went to court, all the evidences they tendered, the court refused to accept and admit them. We know that it was an orchestrated effort to have Tinubu there, and that is the price Nigerians are paying now. Unfortunately, more than half of Nigerians didn't even vote Tinubu, but they are now made to suffer, and that is why they say that the suffering that Nigerians are facing now is inflicted by Tinubu, and that is a very bad one. Okay. And somebody said here, the prophet of our time. Each time you respond to issues, it is like the voice of the gods. I have always said that with the people like you and me, there is still hope for Nigeria. Yes, so never depend on Godfatherism, and Peter Obi never depended on Godfatherism and has always been on a one-man stand. He has good political virtues that singularly marked him out. That is it. And that is right. Farotimi, you are always on the path of critical thinking issues. Well spoken, sir. Continue your good work. God will reward you. That is the prayer that I'm making for him. Correct man with the great thinking and visions. You nailed it, sir. So all the comments here gravitated towards supporting what Farotimi is trying to say. So that is it. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment for sharing.